Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a circle dress or a flare dress in a very simple way. Okay, so I'll be making use of this fabric. Okay, it's about 2 yards and 2 yards and a half, or 2 yards and some inches, but it's more than 2 yards, but not up to 3 yards of fabric. So it is wide open like so. So I'm going to pick the edge that is close to me, and I'll now fold it slightly across to the other side. Okay, I'm not taking it to the exact next edge, but I only pick the edge close to me and I'll fold it on bias. That's the way we do when we're making a flare dress, this 180-degree dress. So you can see the way I fold it slightly. I fold on bias, you see. Okay, you can start your measurement from here, but I'll still go ahead and fold again to still give me the same shape. Okay, so this is what we have. The about 1 inch space that is left is for the zipper allowance. Okay, so if you're going to be fixing a zipper at the back, or at the back, you leave that space. But if you're not going to fix zipper on the dress, you just make it equal at the edges, just like so. But for this particular tutorial, I'll be fixing a zipper at the back. Okay, so that's why I'll be leaving the 1 inch zipper allowance. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and look for the particular space where I'll have my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5. Okay, so and I'll mark. So you have to locate where you'll be able to get your shoulder measurement. Then I'll connect it to the straight line. So from there, I'll go ahead and measure the my bust point. Okay, so measure my bust point, which is, that side is the center front. Okay, so measure my bust point, which is 10 inches. So I'll measure it across. Okay, so from the bust point, I can just it's either you measure your shoulder and the armhole, or you just go up from your bust point by 2 inches or 1.5 inches. Okay, you can go by 2 inches or 1.5 inches. So I went up by 2 inches from my bust point. Okay, so now I'll be creating my neckline. So from the center front, I'll be using a neckline of um exactly, I use it should be 3.5. Okay, so it depends on how wide you want it to be. So I want it to be 3.5. So by the time you cut the fabric and fold, it will be around 4 inches for the neck width. Then the neck depth, I use 4.5 inches for the neck depth. That's for the front. My neck width is 3.5 inches, and neck depth is 4.5 inches. Then I'll connect it just like so to my curved ruler. Okay, then we'll go ahead now and measure the back neck depth. So I'll be using 2 inches for the back neck depth, and already it's going to be the same neck width. Back and front will be the same neck width, but we can use different neck depth. Okay, so now the upper part is settled. Then I'll just go ahead and create. Now I measure my shoulder, the actual shoulder measurements, and I just create a simple curve there for the armhole. But mind you, if this particular curve is going to be small for your armhole, you can extend it to your bust point. You can extend it, because after sewing I realized the armhole is not too free for me, so I remove 1/2 inch from it. So you can extend it down almost to your bust point. Okay, so now that is that. Then we'll go ahead and measure the length of the dress. So measure the desired length. So for me, I don't want something short, though it's a flare gown, but I want it at least to be below my knee. Okay, so please don't mind the short length you're seeing there. Will solve it. So now the desired length we'll be using now. The first length I measured 37 inches, because I'm going to add some gathered peplum down. So first I measure 37 inches for the actual one. Okay, so I'll connect it and cut it out. Okay, so I'll cut out the upper bodice too and the armhole. Okay. So we're going to open up that side also. So let's open it up because that's where the side seam will be. Then I remove the front neckline first. Yeah, you go ahead and remove. So you can see the fabrics are not equal. You can see this part that is shorter. So this for the back, and the front is even more serious. You can see the front pattern. You can see how short it is, the difference between the two. So all we need to do is to get some pieces from the leftover fabric and join to it. It will not spoil the work. So just join to it. Basically this is happening because we're using Ankara fabric. If it were to be other fabric like satin or other ones that have a longer length, this might not happen. Okay, so just get some pieces and add it to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. After sewing it, you just trim it out with the actual length. So as you can see, I've added this again, and you just give it a good press so that it won't be obvious. Okay, this is the other side also. I've added the extra allowance, and I'll trim it out to make sure they align properly. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so I've joined it together. I've joined the side seam. So the next thing now is to calculate the other extension. So now I need to add the other excess, about 6 inches or so. So I will cut it from my left. Okay, so I added the extra inches to it. So because of the length, I couldn't get enough to gather around. You can see there's no much gathers there. So, but I still get the actual length I'm looking for. So this is how it looks after joining it together. So this is my leftover fabric, and I need to make a sleeve from here. So I'll just find out how many inches I have left. It's about 26. So I'll divide it by 2 so that each sleeve can have up to 13 inches each. So I'll go ahead and create a simple sleeve from here. My cap's height 4 inches. I'll connect that. Now I'll create the fixing my armhole about 8 inches and 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, then I'll create a simple curve there. On details on how to create a simple sleeve, please, I have it on my channel. So I added extra inches to the sleeve round. Okay, then I need to cross check the armhole to make sure it will fit into the dress. Then I create a beautiful curve here. Okay, then yeah, make sure it's well curved. Then cut it out. And I'll also use the same thing to cut the second sleeve out. Okay, so this is our finished product. This is the sleeve and the neckline torn with the bias tape inwardly, you can see. And this is the extra inches I added to the hemming, you see. Okay, and yes, this is everything. And also I created a belt from a plain black material. Okay guys, this is the finished product. One thing, please, if you like, you can add lining to yours so that it will be more full. Okay, and please remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.